Hey, what's going on, everybody? Once again, I'm Matthew with Watty's channel. Thank you for joining me. This is episode 3 today. Once again, today's date is Saturday, August the 19th. So today we've completed the review of 3 of my Papa Shango action figures. Charles Wright figures, however you want to describe them. I just completed what was it we looked at? We looked at the Mattel Monsters. This video, we're going to look at the Mattel Mutants. So, like the Monsters, the Mutants only have 6 figures, so it's going to be a really quick video. You're not going to have to go series by series. I'm not going to make it today, but eventually the goal is to pop up with the 2 series of zombies next. And I really want to post these videos on back-to-back days, so I don't know. We'll see how many videos I can get in before I, tire myself out by making too many at one time, but I think the Mutants came out in 2016. And as I mentioned in the last video, the first time I ever heard of these figures was probably within the last 6 months to a year. Maybe not even a year. So I've been buying up all these figures because I really enjoyed what they look like. And me being a fan of horror, I really love when you get to blend the wrestling in with the horror. That's so incredible. And the Monster Collection, they did a fantastic job, recreating your Hollywood monsters, and the Mutants kind of keeps that theme going strong. So, I believe it was Mutants, or maybe it was Zombies, Mutants, and then Monsters. So I'm gonna say Zombies and Mutants came out in 2016. I'm gonna say Monsters came out in 2017 for the sake of argument. I didn't really look it up, so. I know it's during that time period. I just don't remember, what years for which. That's okay, not important. Same thing with the Monsters. I don't have loose figures. All I have is the card figures, but I think it'll still be relatively simple to make out the figures. First one we're looking at, and I do keep them in order of how they're kind of like displayed on the back. So, first one we're looking at is Brock Lesnar, and I call this figure Goro. So they don't really give like a description of what this type of figure is. They just simply call him the Beast. So the description says, the Beast incarnate displays his staggering strength and surreal intensity. His forearms and spiked exterior reveal a creature equipped to destroy. So again, forearms reminds me of Mortal Kombat's Goro. Kind of looks like Goro a little bit. Crazy awesome. We look at like the shoulders and the little chest part. It looks like he actually has bone protruding through his skin, so that's pretty incredible. And yeah, he's got bones everywhere. I mean, even on like the side of his arms and stuff protruding. This is just a really good looking figure, super cool. These are type of figures I would love to have loose and properly displayed. Am I going to open up my card figures? Never. But if I'm ever able to find a bundle of these figures and they don't sell for like a crazy amount of price, yeah, absolutely, I would love to get those loose figures. And man, even his toe, I can't really make it out, but even his feet are like kind of like deformed in there. Looks like he only has like 2 really giant toes. So Brock Lesnar, and I'm trying to think if that's a sword. I don't know if you guys can make it out, but like, you see like this little sword emblem right here, kind of like burnt onto his skin. I just think that's so freaking awesome, man. This is a really cool figure. If this isn't my favorite among this line, he's got to be in like number 2 or 3 at with 6 figures. Number 3 really ain't that impressive, but it's just a really solid, good looking figure. Again, not any backstories or anything crazy in this video. It's something very simple. I just want to show off the figures. That's why these videos are really going to hover around 15 minutes tops. So this one, when I bought this guy, I looked at this a lot and I'm like, man, here's finally a character that I grew up watching a little bit. So at least I'm familiar with this particular wrestler. And when I bought this, the box was kind of tore open a little bit. So I actually was able to take this one out of the bubble. But I stuffed everything back in, taped it up, and it's holding pretty well. It is Sting. And when you create a Sting monster type creature. Of course, he's going to be a scorpion. I mean, who else would you create for Sting? There really is no other creature. And it's more than just like a scorpion. He has like these little lobster claws and everything. Just a overall really fun, good looking figure. And he's got like this little scorpion tail. As kind of like a built-on accessory. You take the figure out. You attach the tail on the back. And you've got the nice little claws. So how do you describe this? Still possessing his recognizable painted face, Sting's new physical attributes reflect his name, and his venomous stingers are ready to pierce his rivals. I like that the monster line talks about what the creature is, but here they don't really give you that type of, what they're interpreting the character to be. But, I mean, most of the stuff like this one, is self-explanatory. Again, kind of give you, like, that little side look. Alright. Not the most informative video. It's fine. It's just something to put up for the channel. Now, I have no freaking clue who this would be. At first glance, he kind of looks like a zombie hillbilly, but then I see, like, this little alligator tail on the backside. But who am I talking about? It is Bray Wyatt. Alright, so they do have a large description here. Bray Wyatt has brewed up evil in the bayou, a swamp sludge that mutates him into a monstrous creature. At the Royal Rumble, Wyatt douses his rivals with sludge, hoping they convert into his minions. The Slime Superstars, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor, and Sting, all of these characters, mutate into strange creatures. Will they join Wyatt or become the dark power unleashed? Yeah. So on the back here, you see the claws, you see the scaly skin, and you see the tail in the back. He is some kind of like lizard or alligator type monster. Why are they like referencing like all of these other like popular games or comics or whatnot? So with the first one with Brock Lesnar, kind of turned him into like Goro type of character, and now here they kind of created like this lizard from like Spider-Man type of deal. Anyway, it's another just a really good looking figure. Again, really solid all around. But that is Bray Wyatt. Number 4. Someone I knew absolutely nothing about. So I kind of had to learn about this character. And I come to find out that he is actually Cody Rhodes. Who am I talking about? Stardust. Like, how would you come up with the name Stardust? Finding out who the character was portrayed by, it made perfect sense. So, Stardust, this is kind of like an alien type creature. And he does glow in the dark, which is, really solid. So they incorporate his, Stardust star display into the design of the outfit. And they kind of create like this alien-esque creature. Furthermore, we're returning to superheroes. With this look, he reminds me of Dr. Manhattan. Again, why are all of these figures kind of like being portrayed over popular culture characters? So, Stardust, he wasn't in WWF very long. WWE, whatever you want to call it. I think maybe a year or so, a couple years. So, I guess the story goes is that Stephanie McMahon was like, why don't you call yourself Stardust? Or, how does it go? I know Stephanie McMahon was kind of like cracking a joke, and then Vince was like, yeah, let's do that type of deal. I think what they wanted to do is kind of create Cody Rhodes to look like his brother Dustin. They already had a Gold Dust, so why not just, let's paint your face the same way, call you Stardust, and basically have Gold Dust and Stardust tag team. I've seen photos of Stardust with like kind of like a Goldust appearance look, and it actually looks really solid. You know, Dustin Rhodes is already, you know, a premier wrestler, well-known character. Cody Rhodes, I'm not very familiar with him. I mean, I know the name. Obviously, we know about the family name. I don't know how long he spent in WWF, but I know he's like a mega superstar, either as a promoter or wrestler in AEW or something like that. So I think he may have actually been one of the founding fathers of AEW type of deal. But Cody Rhodes. At some point, I'm probably going to do a Cody Rhodes review. And in fact, now that I'm talking about this, my next, you know, character made by different toy lines, I think that's going to be the next character I look at. And yeah, I'm going to have to show this because it is Cody after all. And this one says, as the Prince of Dark Matter, again, it kind of reminds me of Dr. Manhattan. Stardust now fully embodies his sinister space alien persona in mutated form. Alien persona. At least they kind of tell you what the portrayal is supposed to be, so that helps. Now, I couldn't even begin to determine what this is. I want to say a demon. Sure enough, I think that's exactly what this character is called in real life. You know, kind of like how The Undertaker is the dead man. I think that this particular character is Name, aka the Demon. Not a person I'm familiar with at all, but I've seen a lot of his figures and they're always badass. Who am I talking about? Finn Balor. And it says Finn Balor, as frightening as an Irish ghost story, Finn Balor's demonic side has been set free. Demon, just like I thought. With a gaping mouth lined with razor-sharp teeth, the Demon King chews up and spits out all competition. So, if you actually look at that, he's got like these little, I don't know if that's blood or it's supposed to be lightning or something coming out of his hands, but that is really super freaking cool. The fact that he's got like these little multi-mouth type of deal working here, that is such a beauty. And the back of the boxes where they actually give the full visual of what the figure is based on and whatnot, that is so incredible. I don't think that these figures have any kind of like action features. I think in general, action features are mostly branded towards Hasbro. Of course, when Mattel Retros came out, they kind of mimicked after Hasbro, but most of these figures I don't think would ever come with something like that. But Finn Balor, even the knees, that is so awesome. I think that this is the type of figure that deserves to have as long of a look as possible. I think we need a Finn Balor LJN figure now. Just because I absolutely love this particular box set, this particular figure. Alright, so the last one is X-Men. Not really, but again, it reminds me of the Colossus, was that his name? Colossus or Colossal, something like that, from the X-Men. Who am I talking about? John Cena. I like that this one actually, they put a championship belt on that. I don't know if that's removable or if that's just built into the figure. No, it doesn't look like it wraps around the body, so I think that's just built in to the stomach. So it says here, his opponents might see their faces reflected in John Cena's new mutated body of steel, but make no mistake, he is still the face that runs the place. I like that. His metallic body bashes all foes. So some of the bonuses, you got like the, American flag type of scheme right over his bicep there. And I think the same thing is shown on his wristbands. The whole red, white, and blue color scheme, which is really nice. Who was it from DC's Legends of Tomorrow? The guy that turns in, was it a Captain Steel, American Steel, something? You know, for a show that I watched for 6 years, you would think that I would know all the characters' names, but it's only been off the air for like a year, and I've already forgotten his name. But again, that Steel guy from Legends of Tomorrow, or the Colossal guy from X-Men, that's exactly who this reminds me of every time I look at him. All of these figures, it seems like they're taken from popular culture nowadays. So, but John Cena would be the last one. 15 and a half minutes, so it took a little bit longer in this video than I expected. That's okay. Not a crazy long video. And because I'm posting all these videos on back-to-back days, or at least that's the plan, you know, we can live with the shorter videos. So, kind of looking at the zombies. So, it looks like there's 6 in that one. And it looks like there's 8 in the other one. So, we could also take a look at the WWE Masters of the Universe figures. I got a pretty substantial collection there as well. But I don't think I'm at 100%. Well, no, I'm not at 100%. I'm still missing a ton of figures. I mean, do I have enough to make some fun videos? Sure. But, you know me, I like to have the complete collections. And I don't know what this is. Nope, I take it back. There's not a series of zombies. There's 3 series. And I do think I have all of them, though. Yeah. I won't make those videos today. I'll probably come back down here tomorrow and make another set of 3 videos for those 3 zombie features, figure sets. And again, these are all going to be posted on back-to-back days, so I probably should wait every other day at least, just so that more time can pass, but I don't know. I'll think about it when time comes. Thank you guys for watching, as always. I know these videos probably right now aren't the most in-depth. Hopefully that's okay with you. Alright, thank you again. I will talk to you guys in the comments, and see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.